Hey folks, hope you're doing good today. Now we've got 3 cool bands to check out today. Modern metalcore, sounding very heavy as well, which is cool. The first band, they made a priority submission. Thanks very much for that. These are a new band to the channel, I The Phantom. They're out of Australia. We had an Australian band yesterday as well. Love it that we're getting out over there. The track is called Monilinia, which is a word I've never heard before. I'll have to look that one up. It's got a lyric video to it. Let's give it a spin. Yes. Cool. Cool. Great drumming. Nice bass tone. There's a bit of an old rocky, alternative metal edge to this one as well in the vocal here. Drummer's doing loads of fills on the toms. These guys have got a few different edges going on in this one. Yeah. All sorts of riffs in this one. Very cool. I enjoyed that one a lot. Man, the drummer was going off all the way through this track, keeping that nice cymbal bounce in there, but doing loads of fills down the toms. The toms had a nice weighty sound to them as well, which just really kind of gave the mix a heavier sound. Nice little cymbal bits and stuff as well, which just meant there was always something interesting to listen to as far as the drums go. And I did complain, I think it was last week, that some of these modern metalcore bands, you just end up just locked into that cymbal all the way through, and the drums can be kind of not that interesting and get a bit boring. Not this guy. He made sure that he filled it out with lots of different stuff, changing up the beats, even had a little bit of blast beat in there as well. Very, very cool. I enjoyed that a lot, listening to the drummer. The riffs as well in this one, there was tons of stuff going on. There was that djenty, riffy, very modern stuff in there, nice guitar tones to go with that kind of stuff. Then they really opened it up with a vocal as well, brought in a way more of a what I would have called an alt metal or an alt rock even edge to it. The vocal style and stuff was very alty, and it just brought in a totally different vibe to the metalcore and the modern metal. So I thought that was very nice. It's not actually two genres that we've heard blended together in that way very often. So I enjoyed it a lot. It wasn't your typical kind of modern metalcore vocal. It was more alty. So yeah, I like that a lot. It was pretty cool. Be nice to get a video out of these guys in the future, see them rocking out in the video as well. That's something I always love. But yeah, very, very cool. Nice to get this band on the channel. Welcome all the way over from Australia as well. And yeah, very, very cool. We'll hopefully get some more of this stuff on this year. Now, the next band we haven't had on for 2 years almost. They were some of the first bands to come through, and the show looked very different to what it did today. Hopefully they can see a difference from when they were first on the channel to what's gone on today. But this is A Particle Apart. These guys are out of Ontario, and we didn't have these guys on since April 2020. And this track actually came out in April 2021. So we're out of date with this band by almost a year. Sorry about that, guys, but that's the length of the queue is nowadays. This track that they've got for us today is called Hollow, and these have got an official vid for us, so we can see them rocking out, hopefully. Let's give it a spin. Drummer's doing a nice job for these guys as well. Cool to bring in a more atmospheric edge to this section. Yeah, cool. Yeah, the extra lead sections and atmospheric stuff they're bringing into these parts sounds very cool. Breaks you away from that chuggy, riffy stuff. That was a dope one. Really enjoyed it. Great video to go with it as well. Nice to see them rocking out. Very, very cool. Yeah, these guys did a nice job. I like the way they dropped into each section. The drummer did a great job as well in this one of moving you from one beat to the next. It just felt right. That short pause as well, just drop you in. Great. Very, very nice music. I liked as well, particularly in this one. I think this band do call themselves a melodic metalcore band, if I remember correctly. Progressive melodic metalcore. And I liked that they brought the melody in within the lead guitar and some synthy sounds and stuff like that, but kept the vocal heavy. Thought that was cool because it served its purpose as bringing in the melody, widening out the chorus and doing the things that would normally happen when the vocalist brings it into a melodic section at that point, but they did it with the instruments instead, and I think that's a nice way to do it. It sounded really good, and the sounds that they used, that clean guitar really sat in a different place in the mix compared to the other guitars which were panned out to the side. So it gave the mix more depth. It had more depth to the sound at those points as well. Because when you've got chuggy metalcore with that modern guitar tone, it's very stabby, it's very tight, it's gated. So there's when there's a pause, there's no string sound or anything like that ringing through. So when you open it out with some more atmospheric sounds or melodic sounds, soaring melodies on the guitar with some reverb and things like that, really sets itself apart from those guitars and those riffs, the chuggy stuff. It's just another layer of sound in the mix. It widens it out more, gives it more depth. So they did a nice job on that one. Nice to get them back on the channel after nearly 2 years. And hopefully, if they've got a new release coming out sometime soon, it won't be another year in the queue waiting to get on the channel again. The last band we're going to check out is from the UK. So we've been all over the place today. Australia, Canada, and now the UK. Very cool. Love checking out bands from all over the world. Although I screwed up yesterday, called a band from Romania, said they were from Poland. Whoops. This is Scolds. They're a very heavy band by the sound of things. This is Curse Giver. They got an official vid for us as well. So check these guys out. Here we go. That's how you open a track. Yeah. Now, these guys have got an interesting guitar tone. You can hear that bass as well. All the bands have dropped us nicely into the next section. Drummers are doing a great job today. Yeah. Cool. He's using that baritone jazz master there. Whenever we have the band with that guitar, it's got a really distinctive tone to it. Really cool. Sets the sound apart from different guitars.
It's such a shame no one will find your remains. It's such a shame no one will find your remains.
Yeah. Yeah. Man, I'd have kept that riff going a bit longer. Oh, here it comes. They're just breaking it down more. Dope. These guys killed it as well. This was a super modern one with that guitar tone. And I do think that baritone jazz master, every time we see it on the channel, I always mention, man, that's a different guitar tone. And I think it's the case of it being baritone and the pickups that they use on their P90 type pickups really gives the guitar a distinctive, different sound from a regular Ibanez or whatever with a humbucker pickup as well. Man, always catches my ear. So maybe that's the guitar more people need to get their hands on and give a whirl, because it's got a great tone and it goes nicely with these real modern, djenty, deep, low, stringy sounds. Worked out very nicely. But I'm going to give all of today's videos to the drummers. I normally do that anyway, but the drummers have really impressed me today, because I mentioned last week how some of the drummers in this music just keep the beat with this cymbal, and that's all you really get locked in with, and it gets a bit boring. None of that has been the case today for any of the bands, and the drummers have really gone above and beyond that. And we've had that nice bouncy cymbal in there, but they're working the toms, they're working the hi-hats, bringing in double bass. We've had some blast beats even today as well, which is something I'm liking to hear in modern metalcore. Definitely keep an ear out for some blast beats in modern metalcore, because I think that's a modern way to go with it. Very nice. But yeah, the drummers have killed it today. We've had great drum sounds as well. What you expect for this modern metal. Punchy as hell. Big, weighty toms that sound heavy as hell when they do a roll down. I mean, it just adds an extra weight and punch to the mix. Great guitar tones as well. We've heard the bass in the mix today as well. So you can't go wrong with these modern bands, in my opinion. I think they're doing a great job. We can see as well in the videos that these guys, you know, they're the newer generation doing this metal stuff. And I love it that they're just going for it, man. They're heavy, loud, technical. You know, they're great musicians on each of their instruments. And yeah, going hard. We've had some nice heavy vocals as well in that last band, which I enjoyed a lot. We've had bands that are mixing melodic guitar and heavy vocals, and then we've had the first band who mixed in some melodic vocal for us as well. So we've gone all kind of through the gambit as well with these bands today. Very, very nice. I love that when we check out bands from all over the world, get a flavour of what's going on in these different countries. And we get a different flavour from each of those countries as well. It's what they're doing, coming at it from different angles. Sick. So I've enjoyed that very much today. Hope you have as well. We've got some cool bands. We've got some more progressive stuff coming tomorrow. We're having a very progressive week this week. But I'm enjoying it a lot. Hope you are too. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.